Welcome to RC Australia. Well, we're back on the Bell Flywing 206 custom build, and in this episode we are going to a little play around with the rotor head height. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you have a bit of a look here side on at the helicopter, you can see that the rotor head, where it ends against the body, is quite low down. Now, if you have a look at a real Bell Jet Ranger, and I'll put a picture up right now, you can see that that rotor head is a lot taller. It's probably more like up about here somewhere, okay? So what I've done, and we're going to have a bit of a play around, bit of an experiment today. I've got my ruler, and I've kind of worked out that it needs to be, if we go for scale, probably another 25 millimeters or an inch taller. So I've actually ordered another shaft. This is the original one here, which is hollow, and it has our little locating holes in it for the gearing and all the rest of it. So we're going to go and take this out into the workshop. We're going to cut it, and we're going to install it onto the rotor head. And obviously by doing this, these control arms are going to be too short, but I do have some adjustable control arms that we're going to play around with. And I got these just off AliExpress, which are these ones here, you can see. And we're just going to have a bit of a play around. I don't know if it's going to work, it might not. The thing might just crash and all my work's gone down the drain, but hey, you got to live a little, right? So I just want to try to, bring that up a little bit taller. Now I do have a couple of different heads here. I've got obviously the original one, which is that one right there. So we can always put him back in. I also have that one there is a different rotor head that I'm playing around with. But I also have these connectors for the blades without the quick connect, because this is the 450 style. So I wanted to have a play around with that. I thought these were going to bring out the blades a little bit too far and hit the rotor tail, but it's nowhere near it, so we've got plenty of room there. So if anyone wanted to do this mod, you could. That would work no problem at all. So that just means that you can quick connect and take these off. So yeah, so you can see here, these just literally quick connect out like that, and you can take them off. So let's take that one out too. So what we're going to do, we're going to take, this is all just sitting in here, by the way, none of it's connected, so we'll pull this out and we'll take that out of there. We'll move the body over to here a little bit, and the first thing we're going to do is take this rod outside. We're going to go and cut it, and we are going to re-drill some holes in either end of it. Now this is stainless steel. For anyone playing at home, I just got this off eBay, I think, and it was probably $10 Australian for the rod. It is stainless, so it is going to be a lot stronger, and also it is about 1 mil thick, same as the original, you can see there. So 6 mil by 1 mil wall thickness. It actually doesn't measure out correctly either, because I put the vernier caliper on it, and this is a very odd thing. So original one, if you do this, it actually comes out at 5.5. That comes out at 5.5, but I ordered 6, so some people can't count. Now I have bought a couple of other ones as well. These ones were off AliExpress, and again, they were put down as 5.5 by 1, but unfortunately, when I measured them up, they were 5. So they're actually too thin. So 2 lots of wasted. I've got to send them back, but we did eventually get the right thing. So, all right, we'll take these outside, and we're going to cut them and drill them. Well, let's give this a bit of a cut. we'll just go and take care of this little bird area on the linisher. Okay, I'll give this thing a drill. Okay, so with stainless steel, just make sure you use cutting fluid and low speed. Don't go putting the drill on a fast speed because you'll blunt the drill bit very, very fast and then you'll be not doing anything. So I just put tape on it to stop the drill bit from wandering as well. And we'll just take this tape off now. We can go and clean it up and go back into the house. The blowflies have started. Summer's on the way here in Australia, or getting close to it. Not quite yet, there yet. Let's grab our bits and pieces and head back inside. Okay, so what we need to do now is start disassembling to swap the shafts over. So original shaft, extended shaft, you can see. Oh, sorry, actually that might not be the one. Oh, it is, yeah, that's the offcut. So, yep, that's how much taller we're going. Let's disassemble this head and we're going to swap it over. So we can undo these ones. Now, a lot of these have Loctite on them, so you might need to heat them up a little bit. This one's okay. I had these arms off anyway, so I knew they were going to pop off pretty easily. But we're going to be swapping them out. They're done. We might as well take the head off here as well. Don't lose any nuts and bolts. So head comes off pretty easily. I think all we can do here is undo the bottom one here, or the collar, which is just in there. And then we have to take off the underneath one, which is in there. You can see, I'll just try and show you there. You're undoing that one, and then you better pull the whole shaft out. So you can see the shaft's loose already. Must be this size. There it is. I'm just going to undo that collar. Okay, undo that. Come here. Now, theoretically, you better just slide this right out. Like that. Collar's going to fall off, but that's okay. Leave the main wheel in there. So what we're going to do now is get our extended piece, make sure they're going in the right orientation. So hole closest to the end is going down to the bottom, and then the ones that are at the top are like that. So larger shaft, let's go. So we're going through the top and make sure that we line everything up. And we want to go all the way down and make sure we get the bottom cog in position too. And of course you need to look inside to make sure that you're getting the hole lined up. So that's a bit of a tricky one. And now of course we've got to put the nut in, which comes in from this side. A little bit tricky, but we can do it. Try to get it in there. You might have to just do a little bit of manipulation. Okay, that's in. Next we need to just set the gap, which is this top collar. So we're going to just raise up the swash plate like so, and that'll just give us access to the little grub. Now what I'm going to do here is just double check it on this one. Yeah, so it's tied up against it. You can see we don't want any of this business going on. So what we're going to do is just lift it up so that we are balanced in the middle, like so. And then we can tighten this one down. So you can see here, too much play. So we just got to take that slop out by dropping the collar. That's what we're looking for. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so next is rotor head back on. Now we're going to be changing these quick release ones to this style. So we need to undo these. Now, these need to be heated up with a little torch because you are not going to get that nut out of there and you'll end up stripping. So I've just got one of those little propane torches. Put this in the vise, just give it a little bit of heat just here, not too much. That will break the Loctite and then you'll be able to back out the screw. So these ones coming off as well, of course, so we can get them off. All right, I'll bring you back in once we've got this head ready to install. Righto, presto, there is the new head. You can see the quick release ones, I've just basically taken those off and screwed these ones, blue Loctite, to lock in the shaft. So this is ready to go back on top now, so we can install him on here. We'll actually get the mechanism out. Where are we? Just lining up the hole. You can see, you know, 25 mil, an inch taller. So now what we're going to have to do is hook up our linkages. I bought quite a few different linkages. I just wanted to try some different versions to see what was going to work and what wasn't going to work. So you can see I've got a packet of all different sizes. So I think these ones are going to be about right. We'll just see. But what I do want to do is use the original little balls that come with the Flywing one. So we're just going to pop these out. And they should just pop out. I know there's this tool for it, but I don't have it. So I'm just going to do this like that. So we obviously need two balls. There's one. And the other one is over here on another arm. So we'll just pop him out as well. Again, using Loctite. Just a dab on there. It's going to go onto the... Now we need to have them on the right orientation. So it's that one there, because we're only using two, of course. Okay, so that's our two there. Now we're going to pop these out. One, where's number two gone? There it is. Number two. Right, they do have an orientation to them, those suckers, but we'll just... That's two. Okay, so I think that's going to work. We're obviously going to have to get everything calibrated, but let's just get the other one on the other side. Let's turn him around. Looking good so far. Okay, let's pop this in, pop the blades on, see what this thing looks like. I reckon that looks pretty good. Now some blades. These are just not ones that are, it's more just for the look quickly. I think that looks a lot better. What do you reckon, guys? A little bit better scale? Yes, that ended up being about 20, I think it was about 24 mil. I reckon that is absolutely spot on. I can't see any issues with it. Hopefully those control linkages will work okay, but we'll give it a test fly very soon. And then what I'm going to do is paint all these parts grey like they're supposed to be. Yeah, it's a bit anal, but you know, I just like it to be as scale as I can get it. So yeah, I'm really liking that. I think that looks really good.
A few moments later.
Righto guys, well, just before we go, I did actually have to modify a few things. So I'll tell you what I discovered with the control bar that goes from the swash plate up to the rotor head. As you know, with the Flywing versions, they have a bearing and a solid mount and then the ball joint at the bottom. And unfortunately, you can't just do a ball joint and ball joint like I just did a second ago, because it doesn't work. The whole thing just binds up. You have to have a solid part at the top and the ball joint at the bottom. As you can see now, I've done it. I've modified this top section. Basically used the linkage rod, drilled up inside, re-tapped it, and then glued it in there so it's solid. So now, if we plug the battery in, and I will show you here, we can also get the lights to work as well. Plug the battery in. It's going to do its little swash dance. I'm using the radio link controller, and you'll see here, if we go to ADDI mode, you can see the swash plate doing its thing. So, and of course I've gone and made sure our little lines on the top are all calibrated in their right spot. We can also get the lights to work. There we go. So that's lighting. Anyway, that's that. So yeah, we're all good to go. So we're going to give this a test flight. I think this system should work okay because it is pretty much exactly like the original one, but you never know. Righto guys, so in the next video we'll give it a test fly and fingers crossed it all works. Alright, we'll catch you in another video. Yoo!